Just give us an idea. Obviously, you were part of the coaching staff earlier in the season. Just how difficult it is to set up against this City team at the moment.
It's difficult. It's a test. It's a mental test as much as anything as well, because they keep asking questions in certain areas of the pitch and little pockets of space. And if you give them that first release pass high up the pitch, then all of a sudden they're high up the pitch, and then the midfield are a little bit stretched, and then they're overloaded in midfield. So you almost got to block all the little channels into the little pockets, and it's a team thing. It's a collective effort, and it's a mental test to be able to keep doing it and keep. Then you might not be able to feel like you're getting the ball back, but you've got to keep cutting the right spaces off, and you've got to keep working to get back in the game. Is even though you're defending, you've got to have a positive mind that when we do get it, we're going to be dangerous. And it's not easy to do when I'm playing myself against certain teams, especially like the Barcelona teams. When you feel that you're not getting the ball, it's difficult. And people have said about the carousel and the passing carousel, and that's what I'm saying. It's a mental test. And then, like, say 20 minutes to go, a normal ball that you might just normally go and tackle, or you might intercept because you're fresh and your mind's fresh, you're kind of a little bit wounded almost, you know. And you've been chasing that much that you don't quite get there, and then you get into that mode where you're chasing and you're never really sharp to make anything happen. And Man City are the best team in the world at being ahead and controlling the game from being up. You know, if you can get ahead against them, then you've got that to be dangerous, because you can defend, you can close the right spaces, and it doesn't have to be deep, but you can close the right spaces knowing that as soon as you intercept, you can hurt them and you can go for them. And obviously that's the formula. Teams that have beaten them over time have tended to play that way. But when you go behind, especially later in the game, it becomes very difficult to then get back on that front foot and make things happen when they're keeping the ball so well, because they're so good at it.
What about the mentality? These boys used to say when they went to Old Trafford to play your teams, that sometimes they were done in the tunnel. You know, it was that mindset. I mean, I know your team that you coach came back from 2 down at the Etihad, but it's rare, isn't it? I mean, Spurs are the only team to do it recently. Is that in a player's mind sometimes when a team's that good?
Of course, there's the human element, you know, and as much as you're telling yourself and you're trying to be positive and you want to be confident and show that control and authority on the pitch, when, you know, you can't hide from the fact that you know, they've been better in recent years, and it hurts me to say that, but that is how it is. So there is the element of, if you go in there as and you believe you're the better team and you've achieved and you've won things to show that you're the better team, then there's that element of, when things might not go so well, you've still got that real deep kind of belief that we'll be all right, we can get through this, we'll find a way and we can win. And that's what I'm saying about the mental side of it. They test you all the time because they keep probing and probing and probing. And if you show that little bit of weakness, or that little channel's not quite blocked off, then the knock-on effect becomes bigger and bigger and bigger.